Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu is urged to step down by concerned citizens due to his inability to alleviate poverty and improve the country's economic situation. Tinubu, who assumed office in 2023, has seen his administration grapple with numerous challenges, including a depreciating currency, skyrocketing inflation, and persistent fuel subsidies. Despite these issues, the 72-year-old leader remains in power, sparking debate about whether he's the right person to lead the country out of its economic quagmire. This plea for a leadership change comes amidst growing frustration over Tinubu's economic policies, which many argue are exacerbating the country's financial woes rather than providing relief. One of his first acts as president was the removal of fuel subsidies, a move that led to an immediate spike in transportation costs, and subsequently, a surge in prices for essential goods and services. While subsidy removal was a necessary step in the long run, the abrupt manner in which it was implemented without a comprehensive safety net for the most vulnerable sections of the population caused immense hardship. Additionally, his government's approach to foreign exchange policies has contributed to the devaluation of the naira, making imports more expensive and hurting local businesses. The Central Bank of Nigeria's CBN struggles to stabilize the currency have eroded investor confidence and hindered economic recovery. Instead of implementing sustainable, well-thought-out solutions, Tinubu's administration has resorted to short-term fixes that fail to address the root causes of these issues. This has left many Nigerians disillusioned and calling for a change in leadership. This sentiment is echoed by a significant portion of Nigeria's youth, who argue that the country needs a younger leader that can better represent their interests. In a nation where over 60% of the population is under the age of 25, the call for a youthful leader who understands their challenges and aspirations is gaining momentum. Nigeria's youth are facing high levels of unemployment, limited access to quality education and healthcare, and a general lack of opportunities for personal and professional growth. Many of the brightest minds are leaving Nigeria in droves, seeking better prospects abroad. This Japa syndrome, as it's locally known, is draining the country of its human capital and exacerbating its economic woes. A younger president would be more attuned to the challenges faced by Nigerian youth and could implement policies that harness their potential. Investments in education, technology, and job creation could go a long way in stemming the tide of those leaving the country and boosting the economy. Furthermore, concerns are also being raised about Tinubu's health and his ability to govern effectively. At 72 years old with recurring health issues, questions are being raised about his stamina and capacity to handle the demanding role of Nigeria's president. Effective leadership in the 21st century requires a high level of energy, adaptability, and the ability to embrace new ideas and technologies. Some believe that a younger leader would be better equipped to meet these demands. Despite these calls for a leadership change, it remains to be seen whether Tinubu will step down. He has shown no indication that he plans to resign, and his political party, the All Progressives Congress, has remained largely silent on the issue. The question of who will succeed him is even less clear, as the ruling party is deeply divided and lacks a clear successor. However, the growing unrest and dissatisfaction among the populace cannot be ignored. The economic crisis in Nigeria is multifaceted and deeply rooted, and many feel that Tinubu's leadership has only made things worse. It will be interesting to see whether he will heed the calls for him to step down or if he will fight to stay in power. Only time will tell what the future holds for Nigeria and whether the country can be steered towards a more prosperous path.